Hello friends! In today's video we will cover the Itadori's Extermination arc. This arc starts right where Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 ended. At the end of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, we saw that after Gojo was sealed in the prison realm and Mahito's death, Kenjaku released more than 10 million cursed spirits, which started spreading throughout the Jujutsu world. Now, the story ahead is going to take a very dangerous turn, where two main characters of Jujutsu Kaisen will come face to face. So without wasting any more time, let's start the video. Now the cursed spirits that Kenjaku freed have spread across all of Japan. These cursed spirits have destroyed 23 wards so far, and now only a few places are safe for civilians. On the other side, all the heads of the Jujutsu headquarters are planning how to deal with them. Meanwhile, all the sorcerers are protecting the civilians by eliminating the cursed spirits. In the meantime, Yuta Okatsu, who was in Africa for his training until now, makes his first entry by saving a civilian girl from a cursed spirit. After eliminating several cursed spirits, Yuta is called to the Jujutsu headquarters. Some people at the Jujutsu headquarters did not want to trust him because he was Gojo's student, and they all held Gojo responsible for the Shibuya incident because, due to him, Yuji was kept alive, after which Sukuna caused such massive destruction. But Yuta assures them by saying that he is ready to make a binding vow. Yuta tells all those heads that he doesn't care if Yuji is Gojo's student. Yuji cut Inumaki's arm, which is why he personally wants to eliminate him. After this, Yuta succeeds in making them believe in himself. Then, the Jujutsu headquarters issues 5 notices, the first of which is that Geto is still alive, so he is sentenced to death again. They were mistaking Kenjaku for Geto. The second notice is that Gojo is also responsible for the Shibuya incident, so he should be permanently banished from the Jujutsu world, and removing his seal will be considered a criminal offense. In the third notice, Masamichi Yaga is sentenced to death because of his close relations with Gojo and Geto. In the fourth notice, Yuji is also sentenced to death, which had been suspended until now because of Gojo. And in the last notice, the special grade sorcerer Yuta is assigned the mission to kill Yuji. After the 5 notices, Yuta sets out to find Yuji. We are shown the Zenin clan, where all the members of the Zenin clan gather to decide who will be the head of the clan after Naobito's death. Naobito was badly damaged after Jogo's attack, and now he finally dies. Initially, Naobito's younger son Naoya was supposed to become the clan head. But later, Megumi is made the head of the Zenin clan because a written agreement made with Toji stated that if Gojo dies, or if something happens to him mentally, Megumi will be the new head of the clan in his place. Megumi has now become the new head of the Zenin clan. Naoya becomes furious over this because he considered himself the true heir of the Zenin clan. That's why he plans to eliminate Megumi. Then he comes to know that Megumi is currently searching for Yuji, who is Sukuna's vessel. Naoya tells everyone that he will go to eliminate Yuji, so he can take advantage of it and kill Megumi too. Now, Yuta from the Jujutsu headquarters and Naoya from the Zenin clan both set out to find Yuji and eliminate him. Next, we see Yuji sitting alone and looking sad. Then Choso comes to him and asks about his injuries. Yuji says that he is fine now because of Sukuna. Yuji tells Choso about Sukuna planning something for Megumi. After this, Yuji apologizes to Choso for killing his brothers. Then Choso tells him that it was just a misunderstanding. And when it comes to brothers, an apology is meaningless. Choso encourages Yuji. After this, the two brothers also set out to kill the cursed spirits spread across Japan. Next, Yuji stands on a bridge and claps to draw out the cursed spirits, after which many cursed spirits come out and chase after Yuji. Yuji runs, leading them into an underpass where Choso was already waiting. Choso eliminates most of the cursed spirits with a single shot of his piercing blood. The remaining cursed spirits start moving towards Choso, but Yuji easily finishes them off. After this, Choso praises Yuji, calling him his little brother. As they are talking, Naoya arrives looking for Megumi. He says that he can't see Megumi here. Yuji and Choso look at him. Then Naoya tells Yuji that Yuji has been sentenced to death again, and Gojo is nowhere around to support him. Yuji asks him why he is looking for Megumi, but in the meantime, Naoya attacks Yuji. Yuji and Choso are surprised by his speed. After this, Yuji and Choso start fighting Naoya, but then all three feel a powerful presence, as someone else has arrived. Initially, Yuji thinks it's Gojo because the cursed energy of the person who arrived was even greater than Gojo's. Then Yuji looks up, where Yuta is standing. Yuta gets his katana ready and tells Yuji that he is not alone. Now Yuta has also arrived with Naoya to kill Yuji. Meanwhile, Choso realizes that Yuta is the one who has been appointed to kill Yuji. Right then, Naoya raises both his hands and says to Yuta, "You're Yuta, right? And I am also on your side." Yuji remembers this name, that Megumi told him about him, that he was a second-year student and a special grade sorcerer like Gojo. Now on one side, Yuji and Choso, and on the other side, Yuta and Naoya have come face to face. Naoya tells Yuta that he is Maki's cousin, and his target is also Yuji. Choso quietly tells Yuji that he has to run because they don't know anything about Naoya's speed and technique yet. Besides, if Yuji fights a sorcerer who is like Gojo, he will be killed. That's why Choso tells Yuji to run away. On the other side, Naoya makes a deal with Yuta that after he kills Yuji, he should not tell his superiors about it, as he needs to use it to eliminate someone. In exchange, he will not come between Yuji and Yuta. Yuta agrees, after which Yuta leaves Choso to Naoya and moves forward to kill Yuji himself. Choso tells Yuji that he will meet him at yesterday's spot. Yuji agrees with Choso and starts running away. Yuta starts chasing Yuji, then Choso is about to attack him with piercing blood to stop him, but Naoya stops him. Choso is surprised how Naoya knew that he was about to attack Yuta. Naoya knew about blood manipulation, which is why he tells Choso that his time to die has come. Then Choso tells him, "Do you think you will survive after hurting my little brother Yuji?" Now Yuta was behind Yuji. Both were surprised by each other's speed. Yuji jumps onto a car while running, then Yuta attacks him. But before that, Yuji grabs the car and rolls to the other side. Yuta is surprised because he thought he was trapped in his range. Here, Yuta tells Yuji that he is exactly like Maki. Then Yuji throws that same car at Yuta with a punch. Yuji knows that he cannot defeat Yuta in the open, so he throws the car at Yuta and starts running towards the buildings. But Yuta also picks up the same car, throws it in front of Yuji, and blocks his path. After this, Yuta asks Yuji why he is surprised. Doesn't he look like the powerful type? Here, Yuji feels how much cursed energy he has. Yuta tells Yuji that he has more cursed energy than Gojo-sensei. But because of the 6 eyes, when Sensei activates his cursed technique, his cursed energy expenditure is minimal. That's why he is the best, because his cursed energy never runs out, but mine does. After this, Yuta finishes his talk and starts attacking Yuji. Yuji dodges his attack and sees that Yuta's katana is also coated with cursed energy. This attack will not only be dangerous, but he can also minimize the damage of any attack with it. After this, Yuji tells Yuta, "Sorry, but I cannot die here right now." After which Yuta again starts attacking Yuji with his katana. But Yuji dodges all his attacks and thinks that first, he has to get rid of this katana because he cannot take Yuta lightly. After this, Yuji runs and enters a car through the window. He finds a knife in the car's seat, takes it, and jumps out from the other side of the car. Then Yuta jumps from above and attacks with his katana. But Yuji blocks his katana with that same knife. Yuta is surprised where he picked up this knife from. Then he realizes that he must have taken the knife from inside the car. Yuta starts attacking Yuji constantly, and Yuji is blocking his attacks with his knife. Yuta says, "You are focusing too much on my katana," and lands a powerful kick on Yuji, which surprises Yuji. However, Yuji quickly regains control, but after this, Yuta attacks his knife once more with his katana, breaking Yuji's knife. But as Yuta's katana touches the ground, Yuji presses it down and breaks Yuta's katana with his foot. Yuta is surprised to see this, but he reminds himself that he is, after all, Gojo-sensei's student, and says that this fight is not going to be easy. Although Yuji has sustained considerable damage, he tells himself that he is still alive, and both of them are now unarmed. Now, as Yuji moves forward to attack Yuta, Rika arrives and grabs Yuji's head with both her hands. Yuji is stunned. Yuta tells Rika that they were just playing. Yuji doesn't understand what this is. He thinks, "Is this a Shikigami? Where did it come from?" Yuji cannot even move now because this is too powerful. After this, Yuta tells Rika to keep holding Yuji. Then Yuta picks up his broken katana and attacks Yuji's chest, causing blood to come out of Yuji's mouth. After this, Yuta looks into Yuji's eyes and apologizes to Yuji. Inside Yuji, Sukuna is surprised at first, but later he smiles. On the other side, we see that Choso and Naoya are still fighting, where Choso is having trouble fighting with his speed. After this, Naoya uses his projection technique and lands a powerful punch on Choso. In the projection technique, the user divides how they will move in 1 second into 24 parts beforehand. That is, first, he decides that he has to attack in 1 second with 24 frames, and when he touches the opponent also has to move according to his thought process. Otherwise, wherever the direction changes for either the user or the opponent, they will be stuck there for 1 second. Since Naoya has mastered this and knows about the move, he will never get caught in this technique. But the opponent will not know how to move. That's why Choso is getting injured because of his technique. Choso had no clue what kind of technique he was using. Naoya was attacking Choso constantly, but Choso was not giving up. When Naoya questions his toughness, Choso tells him that he is the eldest brother of 10 siblings, and his duty towards his brothers is what gives him power. Following this, Choso uses flowing red scale. After this, Naoya disappears from in front of Choso and goes to attack him. However, Choso used flowing red scale on his eye muscles to sharpen his vision and track Naoya's speed. As Choso watches him, he attempts a counterattack, but Naoya easily blocks Choso's counter and attacks his stomach with a knife he had concealed. He did this so that Choso would lose maximum blood and would not be able to use blood manipulation properly. Choso's blood continuously starts to flow out. Naoya felt that he would not be able to fight for much longer. After this, Naoya reveals that he hates his siblings because they are weak, and therefore they should be killed, and he mocks Choso's talk about brotherhood. But then Choso states that he never had an elder to guide him, which is why he was forced to walk ahead of his younger brothers while facing his own mistakes, and that is why he is strong. Now, this fight is not just about body and technique, but about their ideals. On one side, Naoya, who hates his siblings, and on the other, Choso, who would do anything to protect them. Here, we see a large amount of blood flowing out from the knife cut on Choso, gathering near his feet, and that blood starts flowing like a river towards Naoya's side. Naoya backs away in surprise, wondering how anyone could survive after losing so much blood. Here we are told that the death paintings have a mixture of cursed spirit and human blood, due to which they do not die from blood loss, as they can convert cursed energy into blood. Choso raises the spilled blood like a wall and attacks Naoya with slow slicing exorcism, but Naoya ducks and avoids it. After this slow attack, he thought that Choso had weakened and was about to die from blood loss, but then Choso fires a piercing bloodshot at him. Naoya narrowly manages to escape this attack. A huge amount of Choso's blood was still moving towards Naoya. Meanwhile, Choso attacks him with a kick. Naoya blocks it, but some of his blood gets onto Naoya's lower garments, after which Naoya's legs feel heavy because Choso was controlling the blood attached to his clothes. Choso once again makes the sign to fire piercing blood and says, "Do you know what happens next?" And this is checkmate. Naoya thought that Choso would fire piercing blood, which he would dodge with his curse technique. He is about to attack Choso, but he sees that Choso is not using piercing blood on him. Following this, we are told that Choso is about to use an attack that is his self-created technique, which he developed after practicing for 150 years. After this, we see Choso attack him with supernova, after which a large sphere of blood circles around Naoya and attacks him. Facing this attack, Naoya is unable to use his technique. After this, Choso says, "Sorry, but I don't understand why you don't love your brothers." Naoya is severely damaged by Choso's attack. Then we see Yuta dragging Yuji behind Choso. Seeing this, Choso attacks Yuta, but Yuta hits him and knocks him down. Naoya, as soon as he looks up, Yuta tells him that he looks quite injured. Following this, Yuta makes a deal with Naoya. He will heal him with his reverse curse technique. In exchange, he will have to tell his superiors that Yuji is dead. After this, we are shown a short flashback of when Yuji was young, where Yuji's father, Jin Itadori, and Yuji's grandfather, Wasuke, are talking to each other. Jin tells his father that if he talks about Yuji's mother, Kaori Itadori, he will leave. Then Wasuke says that he can live his life as he pleases, but if he doesn't leave her, he will be killed. Then Jin says that he should not talk like that in front of Yuji. Then Wasuke says, "I know you want a child with Kaori." He was about to say something about Kaori's death, but then Kaori comes there, who is actually Kenjaku. She stops Wasuke and says, "Father-in-law, what are you talking about?" The flashback ends, and we see Yuta sitting sadly near a fire somewhere, and suddenly Yuji regains consciousness. Then Yuta smiles. He tells Yuji that Gojo came to meet him around September and asked him if he would look after Yuji. Gojo told Yuta that if anything happens to him, he should look after the first and second year students, especially the first year student Yuji Itadori. Yuta apologizes to him and explains that he staged this entire act for the higher-ups, so that he would be appointed to kill Yuji. To convince them and become Yuji's executioner, he had to make a binding vow. That is why he had to kill Yuji. Yuji asks how he is still alive. Then Yuta tells Yuji that as soon as his heart stopped, he fixed it with his reverse curse technique. Very few people know that Yuta can heal others with his RCT. Yuta says that his fake death has happened before, so the higher-ups will soon find out about it, but for now, they will continue to believe he is dead. Yuji asks why he is doing all this for him. Then Yuta tells Yuji that, "You are important to those who are important to me." Yuta is telling Yuji about himself. Then Megumi arrives looking for Yuji and meets him for the first time since the Shibuya incident. Megumi tells Yuji that Noritoshi Kamo, who is actually Kenjaku, has started a culling game for people with cursed energy, and Megumi's sister Tsumiki is also caught in the game. Megumi pleads to Yuji for his strength, asking him to help save Tsumiki. After this, we are told the 8 rules of the culling game. Rule 1. Players whose curse techniques were awakened by Kenjaku, like Takaba, or those whom Kenjaku reincarnated for the culling game, like Yorozu and Tsumiki, must participate within the barrier of a colony in the culling game within 19 days. Rule 2. Players who violate the first rule may have their curse technique removed. Rule 3. Any non-players who mistakenly enter a barrier will be considered players of the game, and it will be assumed that they have declared their own participation. Rule 4. Players will score points by killing other players. Rule 5. Points are determined by the master and indicate the value of a player's life. As a general rule, sorcerers are worth 5 points, and non-sorcerers are worth 1 point. Rule 6. Any player can add a new rule through the game master in exchange for 100 points, excluding the rule concerning their own life. Rule 7. The game master must add any new rule for a player in exchange for 100 points, except for those rules that could have a long-lasting effect on the culling game. Rule 8. Players whose points remain the same for 19 days may have their curse technique removed. Here, the Itadori Extermination arc ends, and from here, the Perfect Preparation arc begins. Today's video ends here. In the next part, we will start the Perfect Preparation arc, after which the culling game arc will begin. Let me know in the comments if you want the next part, and if you liked the video, please give it a like. See you in the next part.